My dear readers, it was said by Voltaire no less, that it's dangerous to be right when the government is wrong. But what of being unequivocally wrong when morality and global decency are at stake? It seems, as I ruminate over the recent PBS NewsHour's exposé, that there exists a class of individuals who not only display a churlish disregard for international decorum, but also actively profiteer from the very mechanics of war. Enter NSH USA Corp. and its German-born American chairman, Mr. Hans Naumann. The very mention of his name now suffused with a taint that one can't easily wash away. The audacious notion that a company embedded in the soils of New York could be furnishing tools to aid Russia's war machinery in the face of stringent sanctions and at the cost of human lives makes one reconsider the depths of capitalist avarice, a malevolence for which Mr. Naumann seems to be the poster child. Now, Mr. Naumann's expressed distaste for sanctions, voiced in 2016, becomes an exercise in breathtaking gall when viewed through the lens of his own endeavors. His claim that sanctions were forced upon by the United States and should be eradicated once America gives the safe zone now reads as a hollow ruse, a smokescreen for his mercantile dealings with Russia. One wonders if Naumann's version of a safe zone is just a discreet corridor for peddling war machinery. And, dear readers, allow me a momentary digression into Naumann's racially tinted commentary, where he champions the unity of the white population against the sprawling Asian demographic. Such rhetoric is anachronistic at best and insidiously divisive at worst. It brings to mind the unhinged rants of a certain Austrian corporal from the past century, and should be just as heartily condemned. Let us dissect NSH's nefarious dealings for a moment. Their association with Russian defense, as shown by the meticulous Mr. Ostrovsky, is not only undeniable, but is layered in duplicity. Through a network of intermediaries, NSH seems to have perfected the fine art of obfuscation, conveniently selling their prized machine tools to a Swiss firm, which in turn magically dispatches them to Russia, a merry dance of deception if there ever was one. Now, when confronted with evidence, the narrative spun by the NSH Group is both convoluted and disingenuous. We are expected to believe that NSH, a company entrenched in the complexities of global trade, was naively unaware of the final destination of their products. This doesn't just stretch credulity, it shreds it. And Mr. David Tafuri's insight provides the proverbial nail in the coffin. NSH's negligence or ignorance, whichever it is, doesn't absolve them. They are, in effect, complicit in the devastation that these weapons are wreaking upon Ukraine. It is my fervent hope that the powers that be take a long, hard look at NSH USA Corp. and its enigmatic chairman, Hans Naumann, that this investigation doesn't remain confined to the pages of a journalistic endeavor but escalates into a full-blown governmental inquest, if anything, for the memories of those Ukrainians who perished under the very machinery that NSH indirectly helped forge. And as I sign off, I leave you with a thought. While capitalism in itself is not an evil, it becomes one when devoid of a moral compass. It's a lesson that Mr. Naumann and his ilk would do well to internalize.